All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can pushing this truth throughout the four winds. All right. Through the spirit, man, I was reading and just something caught my eye. Hope it's edifying to brothers. And you can see I titled it a different curse. Okay. Because I'm gonna just go ahead and dive right into it. It's Deuteronomy 21 and 23. It says, "His body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in any wise bury him that day. For he that is hanged is accursed of the Most High." Okay. That thy land be not defiled, which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance. Okay, now if you look at this one right here, it's telling you that it's a curse of a man being hanged from a tree. Okay, now check this out. That word for a curse right there, this the definition. It says curse, vilification, and that's what we're gonna go into, the vilification. So when I looked at word of vilification, okay, it was a bunch of different related forms of it. So it says to speak ill of, defame, slander. It says obsolete, to make vile. So in this case, if you was hanged from a tree, if that was your punishment, that's because you did something that was worthy of you being known as, like, this is a vile person. Okay. And it says, for he that is hanged is accursed of the Most High. So that was a special death that you deserved. Okay. Like, you consider vile, like, bro, you really went over the edge. Okay. Like, you went too far with it. Like, it's like that curse, being the curse from the Most High, and that was your punishment. And it says that vile, like, man, you done something real fucked up. Okay. Now, this is Romans 9 and 3. Now let's check out the difference in this one. It says, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, okay, to who are Israelites. Now watch the difference in this curse, okay, and this accursed. It says, a thing set up or laid by in order to be kept. Now, check this out. Specifically, an offering resulting from a vow, which after being consecrated to a power was hung upon the walls or columns of the temple, or put in some other conspicuous place. Okay, a thing devoted to the Most High without hoping of being redeemed. And if an animal to be slain, therefore a person or thing doomed to destruction, a curse, a man accursed, devoted to the direst of woes. Now, we seen the other one, when it said accursed, it was basically showing you had to be or do something very vile and that was disgusting, and there was a special punishment for you. But this one, when it's talking about Yahweh Shai, it says a thing set up or laid by in order to be kept. So it was set up that Yahweh Shai had to come and die, because that's the way it was set up. Because we know that he didn't sin when he was Yahweh Shai. So this curse that he had, you know what I'm saying, the thing he had to come do, it was for the purpose of us being brought back into the fold, okay, to no longer be Gentiles. It had to be kept that way, okay? Look at the second one. It says, a thing devoted to the Most High without hope of being redeemed. Okay, and if an animal, but we know it wasn't an animal, because we read in Hebrews, it wasn't enough animals because we were sinning way too fast. We didn't have enough animals to sacrifice. Okay, so it's telling you now that it was when Yahweh Shai died, it wasn't nothing vile because he didn't break no laws. Okay, he lived a perfect life. Okay, so when we did it and we were hanged from trees, Yahweh Shai was hung from a cross. Okay, so it wasn't a tree. All right, so but when we was hanged from trees here in America or wherever we were, it was because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. We lived very vile. That was a punishment. Okay, we cheated on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, but when Paul was saying he wish he was a curse from for Hamashiach, for his brother and his kinsmen, he was saying to take that place. You know what I'm saying? It only had to be set up by the Most High to bring back the elect. Okay, so this had to happen. Okay, it had to be this way. All right, but when we done it, we were just being filthy animals. You know what I'm saying? And this is like what seals it off right here. This is Galatians 3:12. It says, and the law is not of faith. Okay, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. Okay, Hamashiach hath redeemed us from the curse of the law. So when we here right now, Yahweh Shai died, and that's why the laws don't save us. We can't be redeemed or saved by the laws. Do we keep them? Hell yeah, we keep them. But that's not what's going to save us. Okay, so by Yahweh Shai dying, the laws we can't keep, that's where grace comes in and takes that place for us. Okay, it steps in, because if we see a doctor, which would be known as a witch, guess what? He's supposed to be tied to a tree and burned. That's the law. We can't keep that law. So that's where that grace of him, or Yahweh Shai, came in and took that place. That's why we will be known as virgins when he come back. Okay, because we're keeping the laws to the best of our abilities, and Yahweh Shai dying covers the rest. So when he comes back, guess what? We gonna be perfect. That makes us perfect because his blood saved, not saved, but took over what we couldn't keep. So that X that out. Now we doing the little part we can by keeping the laws, statutes, the commandments that we can. So guess what? He's gonna go the rest of the walk for us. He's gonna go to bat for us. That blood that he shed, that went to war for us. That went to bat for us, and that had to happen. Okay, that curse of him had to happen. All right. It says, I'm gonna read 13. It says, Hamashiach hath redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. Okay, so that's that second curse when you go up here. Right here, you know what I'm saying? It says a thing set up or laid by in order to be kept. So this was set up by Yahweh, the Father, and this had to happen to where we can get to this point to where it says being made a curse for us, so that we could be counted as, okay, you can't keep the laws perfectly. Well, the ones you can't keep, being that you're in captivity, the blood that I shed, guess what? It's going to cover the rest. The ones that you can't keep. It's your job to keep the ones that you can. Okay? And do the best of your ability to keep the ones that you can. The blood that I shed for you is going to cover the rest of them. And that's why I said virgins. Ain't going to be no motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying? People that ain't had sex with women. That shit is just... that's blasphemous, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's going to make them perfect. Their sins will be blotted out, all of them. Okay, because they tried to keep the laws to the best of their ability, and Yahweh Shai's shedding his blood, that killed everything else. That knocked all that out the way, the ones that we couldn't keep. Okay, it says, for it is written, cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree. Okay, it says that the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So now, when we were known as Gentiles, or we were in that Gentile mind state, he had to die, and this had to be put forth because he wasn't vile. It was nothing vile that he done. Okay, but it had to happen this way, so bam, that the Gentiles through him might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. And that's why we believe more than anything. Okay, it's the reason why they say we're faith-based Israelites. Faith-based Israelites. It's the reason why you hear people say that. But you have some people push the law more than anything. The law is not going to save you, bro. You keep it, yes, to the best of your ability, but faith is what's going to get the job done. Faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? I hope this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle, knows the great millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push this truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.